Alright guys, this is a day in my life as a news producer. It is a Saturday. I work on the weekends, so this is a work day for me. So I'm just going to take you through a day in my life as a news producer in a top 50 market in the middle of a pandemic. Today I'm working in nights, so I don't have to get up early. Therefore, I typically sleep in until about like 9:30ish. But because I work nights, I get most of my stuff done in the morning or early afternoon because that's when I have time, because I get home really late, don't have a ton of time to do stuff at night. So let's get into what I do in the mornings. Once I've got my breakfast made, I typically just work on some stuff in the morning, whether it be checking emails, getting random work done while I eat. Usually I'll like watch Netflix or YouTube videos or something for a little bit before I work out, just so that I don't go straight from eating straight into a workout. I like to give myself a little bit of a break in between. All right, so it is now 12 o'clock and I'm gonna do just my standard workout. I typically work out for like 30 to 50 minutes whenever I can. It usually ends up being like 4 times a week. Still in the midst of a pandemic, so gyms are iffy right now. My apartment gym is open, but a lot of the equipment is like blocked off. You can't use it, and it's a small gym anyway, so I don't really use my apartment gym. I just mostly work out at home. Today we're doing Chloe Ting. I'm sure most people know who Chloe Ting is. She's like a very popular YouTube workout person, especially right now when a lot of people are working out from home. And that's when I discovered her, was when I was having to work out from home at the start of this pandemic. Just get this over with. Alright, so now that I am nice, out of breath, and sweaty, going to wash my face, do my skincare, take a little shower. For skincare in the morning, typically I'll just wash my face with Cetaphil face wash. Sometimes I go the extra mile and use a face brush just to help exfoliate, but I don't do this every single morning. I also use the Ordinary's niacinamide serum, and then I also use their caffeine one for underneath my eyes. And then for moisturizers, I just go with whatever I'm feeling that day. Today I used a Neutrogena one with SPF. Then moving on to my other post-workout part of the routine. I don't do this every single day after I work out, but I decided to do it today. I'm making a protein smoothie. I use whatever fruit I have. Sometimes I don't have much, sometimes I have a lot. Today I had a lot, so I used strawberries, mango, banana, and pineapple, a little bit of unsweetened coconut flakes, strawberry Greek yogurt, my protein powder, which doesn't actually have a ton of protein because it has like a bunch of other stuff in it too, like vitamins, so it's not really a sole protein powder like a lot of them are. It only has like 15 grams of protein in 2 scoops, and I only use 1 scoop, so it's not a ton of protein. But then I use this kale and spinach mix, and then some almond milk to make it smooth. Alright, so this is what we get, nice and green. Alright, so it's about 1:30 now. I have about an hour before work, so I'm going to make dinner now because I get home late. So I don't want to have to deal with cooking when I get home. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my dinner now. So that's gonna be dinner tonight. Now I guess I can start talking a little bit about what it's like working in a global pandemic as a news producer, which is kind of what this video is supposed to be kind of about, but it's been weird. I definitely did not expect when I graduated in December and got a job in January that I would only have a normal job for 2 months before everything would just sort of implode. So that's been weird. As the media, the news media, as some people call us, we've got a big role that we have to play in the middle of a pandemic because we're the people who give you guys your information. And it's really, really difficult when you're dealing with a situation where literally nobody really knows what's going on. Because you keep learning new things about the virus, you keep changing your information and what you know and what you don't know. So you're just sort of going with the flow of news that you're receiving from officials. For where I work, we receive our news from CNN and CBS, because those are who our station is affiliated with. Since we're a local station, we're not a network, so we are associated to networks, which ours are CNN and CBS. And so we get a lot of our information from there, and then we check the information we get from them through other sources like the CDC, state health departments, and of course we watch all of the different press conferences that the White House holds and each state holds, because usually governors will hold weekly press conferences, because at least here in North Carolina and in Virginia, the governors have been holding press conferences a lot. So we watch all of those and get information from them. We are always looking for information and verifying it through multiple sources. So that way, when we report something new or some sort of development with the virus or how things are happening, we can be sure that we're getting it from multiple sources. Just because we get things from multiple sources doesn't mean we're foolproof. Everyone can get stuff wrong because it's just a developing situation. And we don't ever report for us what exactly our thoughts are, because it's not your job to report your thoughts, and that would especially fall on me because I'm a producer. I'm the person that writes the information that the anchor is reading for a lot of the show. So it's not a matter of my opinion, the anchor's opinion, the reporter's opinion, our news director's, EP's opinions. It's just a matter of finding information and giving it to the public, and we like to always source who we've gotten our information from, say according to state health officials or according to the CDC or according to blah 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 blah. So as a member of the audience that you're getting this information, you're getting it from the news source, but really you're getting it from some sort of official who has given it to the news source, or the news source has found it. I know a lot of people want to hate on the media right now for saying we're just reporting lies in our agenda, and I'm not going to speak on networks because that's their own thing. I don't know how the in and outs of a network works. But for local news content, we're literally just looking for official information that we've been given through press releases, through official websites, and through press conferences, and we're just reporting what officials say. It's a little outfit today for you. It's very dark, so it's not super easy to see. I've been running behind, so I need to skedaddle, get on out to work. Very, very lovely day. Very lovely. So I'll give a little brief explanation of what I do at work. If you guys want a full-fledged video of what I do day in and day out as a producer, I can totally make that. Basically, I have 3 shows to do on the weekends, the 6, the 10, and the 11. Right now I'm working on the 6. Basically, it's a 30-minute show. I have to find all of the news to put in there besides what the reporters have been assigned for the day. They focus on that content, but on the weekends I only have 2 reporters. So not a ton of local content coming from them, and then I have 1 photog. But besides that, I find all the other content that goes into the shows. So I am searching for stories, writing stories, putting them in the show. What you're seeing there on that right monitor is my 6 o'clock rundown. That has what the show is on it, and I'm building that and writing in that. Basically, the rundown is my life as a producer. So I don't always take my break at work, but when I do, typically I come home and just eat dinner, but I don't always take it. It just depends. I don't get paid for an hour out of my shift either way, whether I take it or not, so it makes more sense to take it, so I take it most of the time. So I'm just eating some of that chicken salad I made from earlier, and that's it. That'll be what I do on my break, and then I'll go back to work. All right, back at work. This is the 11 o'clock show. I am now in the control room, which this is actually our conference room that has been made into a producer control room and just so we can social distance and not have a bunch of people in the control room. Boothing the show is when the producer is in the control room during the actual show. I can talk to my talent, I can talk to my production crew, all in that headset that I'm wearing. B5. For the 9-mon toss, I haven't done an image in an 9-mon in a long time. Can you double check to make sure that it is good? I usually do videos, but it made more sense for this to be a picture. I just haven't done that in forever. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. Basically, I keep the time of the show. If I need to make any changes, add any breaking news, whatever, I do that in the booth. We have an exciting breaking open tonight. It's not good. It's a bad breaking open.
We begin with breaking news tonight at 11. President Donald Trump's younger brother, Robert Trump, has died. Trump announced in a statement that he died.
Going to potentially get a little bit of dry weather coming up.
All right, April, thank you. Now moving to...
And then, of course, I also chat with my production crew. And then we just, make any corrections or fixes. And we also have very important conversations over headset, as you can see here. Oh, I don't know. I thought you said Cinemark, like a margarita that you drink in the cinema.
At the University of North Carolina.
I mean, that sounds like a good idea, and I think I'm going to market that. So here's kind of my view during the show. That's the big main monitors I watch. This is the rundown, like I said, what I live and die by during the show that I look and keep track of and time of with all the stories during the day, during the show. This over here is just a monitor. I can see some of the different camera shots to my right, and then to my left there's another monitor that will have random live shots on it, but we don't have any live shots tonight, so it's not important. But then that one up there, that is the main one that says program underneath it. That's what's on the show as we speak, so that's what I typically am watching during the show. If you guys wanted a more in-depth look on exactly what a producer does day in and day out, I can totally do that for you guys. If you want exactly more detail about all the different changes and things about being a producer in a pandemic, I just wanted to make this one kind of here's an overview of my day, and if you want more in-depth on any specific thing, just let me know in the comments and I can totally make that for you. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can give it a like. You can also subscribe to me if you want. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.